What is OSHA? OSHA stands for Occupational Safety and Health Act, which is a federal law that provides protection to the employee who works for employers that have 20 or more full-time employees. It protects the employees from the dangerous work environment. OSHA requires the employer to provide a danger-free working environment, or if there are any dangers in the workplace, the employees should be fully notified of whatever danger exists in that workplace. Well, back in 20th century, during the Industrial Revolution, there was a large scale of factories for steel production. Too many injuries happened because of heat producing machinery in a steel mill, and things like that becomes the dangers to the employees. So OSHA put standard in place for inspection that the employer had to minimize those risks and danger. The employees have right to complain or make the administration aware of any dangerous work environment.
What are the benefits of OSHA? First, it secures the safety, health, and welfare of workers, which is against the risk for safety and health rising out of the activities of the person at work. Second, it promotes an occupational environment for persons which are at work that is adapted to their psychological needs. Third, it is enforcing the standards developed under the Act of OSHA. Fourth, provides training, outreach, and education for workers. Fifth, it is assisting and encouraging the state governments to do the same thing which OSHA does. Sixth, encouraging continual process improvement in workplace safety and health.
The National Standard of Malaysia is running by DOSH, Department of Occupational Safety and Health, using the MS ISO 17022 by 2011, and the International Standard is running by OSHA, Occupational Health and Safety Management System, by the OSAS 181 by 2007.
How does OSHA management system approach? First, it is based on control causes, not incidents reactive. Second, all management elements of control should be addressed. Third, normal, abnormal, and emergency situation should be addressed. Fourth, having parameters which is measurable. Fifth, relevant to hazards and risks at the workplace. Sixth, employees, contractors, visitors, etc. should be involved in this scope. Seventh, continuous improvement by promoting OSHA. 8. It should be goal driven.
The model of the OSHA management system by using PDCA, which is PDCA is one of the coding tools that P stand for plan, D stand for do, C stand for check, and A stand for act. OSHA management system for plan is firstly is identify hazard, and then make arrangement. After that, assign responsibility, and lastly is arrange resources. And then for do, which is firstly is training. After that is communication, and then system documentation, and lastly is structure and responsibility. After do, we'll go for the check. For the first of the check is monitoring and measure, and then for the audit, which is for the audit and have internal and external audit, and after is inspection or investigate, and lastly is record and analyze. And after for the check, we will go for the act. And for the first for the act is corrective or preventive action, and then we will make a review, and the lastly is improvement. This OSHA management system will show the cycle of the system.
The clause for OSHAs. The first clause is scope. The second is reference and publication. Third is term and definition. Fourth is OSHA's management system element, and by itself is first the general requirement, second policy, third plannings. For hazard planning identification, risk assessment, and risk control. Fourth, implementation. by its responsibility, training awareness, consultation and communication, documentation, document and data control, operational control, emergency procedure and response. Fifth is checking and corrective action, performance monitoring, accident preventive action, record management and audit. Six is management review.
Documentation structure, we have 4 different levels of it. So for the first level, we have OSH manual. OSH manual broadly describes how the organization will implement each element of the OSHMS and their interrelation. Level 2, we have SOP. SOP address system procedure. These include control of document, hazard identification, risk assessment and risk control, emergency prevention, preparedness and response, procurement, contracting, incident investigation and audit. Next level, we have work instruction. Work instruction are written instruction for particular tasks, and they describe the steps to be taken in completing a task. Example for work instruction is plant maintenance procedure, safe work method statements, and site safety inspection procedures. And the bottom part of the structure is records. Records are proof or evidence that certain action have been taken and may be used to verify that certain conditions have been met and action had been taken.
The importance of procedure documentation is that it ensures that critical documents are available to personnel who rely on them to perform their tasks. Controlling documents ensures that only correct and current documents are used. One organization needs records to show compliance, conformance to requirement, and that you done such activity. One cannot simply say that the procedure, standard and parameters was met, monitored, and that it pays the standard requirement without showing any evidence that it had been done. Step 2, registering the management system. Step 1, submit questionnaire. Fill questionnaire in the application package and submit to SIRIM International Student Berhad. Based on the information in the questionnaire, a quotation will be prepared. The quotation provides an estimate for the total cost for certification. Step 2, application. Upon acceptance of the quotation, the applicant is required to submit the application form. Stage 1, audit. Stage 1, audit is carried out to determine the adequacy of the client management system documentation. Stage 2, audit. After the finding from the stage 1 audit have been resolved, the client is to notify the audit team leader on the readiness to proceed to the stage 2 audit. Recommendation on the satisfactory completion of the stage 2 audit, verification of any non-conformity raised. Next step is approval of certification. The certification panel reviews and approves the recommendation for certification under the authority of the Certification Advisory Committee. Next step, issue of certificate. The certificate will be used upon payment of all fees due the signing of the certification agreement. Then the last step, surveillance audit certification. All certified organizations will be subjected to one annual surveillance audit. In exceptional case, 2 surveillance audits may be carried out annually. The first surveillance audit will be carried out within 12 months from the date of certification. Renewal of certification is subject of the satisfactory recreation audit carried out before the expiry of the